We were talking about ENDA and what it is, just the idea of it, the boot of government, socially engineering things. It's not just red states saying this. It's also Ted Cruz's dad. What's his name, Rafael? Rafael Cruz. Last week we brought you his plea that President Obama be sent back to Kenya, said in perfect English with a slight Spanish accent on behalf of his Canadian-born son, Ted Cruz. And today we bring you the real agenda behind what they're doing. It's not the homosexuals.
It's my favorite sound ever.
Okay, let's hear this.
When you hear all these things about homosexual marriage, this has nothing to do with homosexual rights. Did you know that? The whole objective is the destruction of the traditional family.
Pause it. You see, the homosexual, they don't want rights. They don't care about getting married. No, they've just been signed up to destroy the family.
Has nothing to do with homosexuals. They could care less about homosexuals. They want to destroy the family. You need to understand, it's just like evolution.
Pause it. Doesn't really explain quite yet, but he's getting there. Why do we want to destroy the family? Now, of course, you picky people will tell me, how are you destroying the family by allowing people to create families? That is for my second speech that will happen tomorrow. Good.
You know, most Americans have their head in the sand about evolution. I've met so many Christians that tell me, well, evolution is a scientific fact. Baloney! I am a scientist. There's nothing scientific about evolution.
Pause it. You see, baloney is the answer. I have done millions of tests in my laboratory with the baloney. And I rub the baloney on the evolution and nothing changes. It doesn't turn blue.
It's still baloney.
But you know something? Karl Marx said it. I can use the teachings of Darwin to promote communism. Why? Because communism, or call it socialism if you think communism is too hard a word.
Pause it. This is fascinating here. Like, you don't want to malign Marx too much by saying he was in favor of communism. That's too hard. I don't want to offend Marx. Well, who is he talking to? It's too hard of a word. Yeah, socialism, communism, it's the same thing. They end with an imism.
Necessitate for government to be your God. And for government to be your God, they need to destroy the concept of God. That's why communism and evolution go hand in hand. Evolution is one of the strongest tools of Marxism. Because if they can convince you that you came from a monkey, it's much easier to convince you that God does not exist.
That is because, I will tell you why, Lucy. Because, Lucy, God did not create the monkeys. The monkeys are created by the devil. Because, how do you know this? Because the monkeys have a hand just like their feet. And then what the communist Marxists do is they tell you you can walk on your hands. Now, why did they tell you to do this? Because when you walk on your hands, which way do your eyes look? Backwards. You cannot walk on your hands and look forward. And when you're not looking forward, you bump into things and you bump your head. You get knocked unconscious, and that is when they bring the communism in. So everybody walk on their hands and they say, what happened? Well, Obama says he's going forward. He's a Marxist because he wants you to go forward walking on your hands, so you bump into the coffee table. Then you are unconscious, and when you wake up, hey, why is this boot on my thing? And now the gays are getting married. That is the truth. There you go.
I love Ted Cruz's father. That guy is amazing. He's a production assistant for every single progressive media outlet in the country.
I know. Is there a Rafael Cruz newsletter I can get on? Unbelievable. And what's amazing is they're just letting this guy, this guy's just out there. I mean,
Ted Cruz is proud of his dad.
this was just a couple of months ago at the Dean Bible Ministries.
Although he doesn't look like the type of guy, frankly, that you could sit down and say, Mr. Cruz, we might want to tone down. That doesn't seem like...
Well, I guess Ted Cruz doesn't have an accent. He is more of like a Canadian accent.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Hey,
Hey,
all the
Dad.
crazy talk.
Is there any chance that you could maybe not talk so much about the evolution?
I think you know and I know that the gays, in conjunction with the evolutionists, are planting the fossil evidence for Satan.
Can't we
That's
just
common sense. But
talk
some people
about-
don't want to hear it up front.
Agenda 21? Unbelievable.